Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome. Okay, this is pissing me off. I don't know what's going on with my Spotify widget. I think. Oh no, that's Spotify itself. Hold on. There we go. Out of my sight for now. Tentatively, we have YouTube working, and the new system I'm using is kind of finicky. I need to have a few false starts a few times. I got blood taken out today, so you're gonna see my little cotton ball here. But yeah, at least I was gonna be angry for a second because I thought YouTube wasn't gonna work. I tried it like 3 times. But welcome YouTube. You're an important member of this stream, listeners and VOD watchers. So I want to make sure that you get included in our broadcasting. Let me turn this down a little bit. But yeah, welcome. First of all, hi. Hello there.
Hello there.
I have my inking to do today, which we will get started on. But first, I would like to have some Graybles, to share some Graybles with you specifically. So let me pull up. This is I've never done this before, but we're gonna do 2 in a row where we have the same kind of Grayble. Actually, before I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I need to post that I'm live. Right now, telling fairy tales and inking chapter 4. Let's do one for Blue Sky as well. And let's put a beautiful photo. We can't say it's attached to it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Let me pull up our. Oh, this is just gonna depress me. This actually is for VOD viewers. You don't care about my Spotify widget because that's not the music you're hearing. um, um, Same with YouTube, folks. That is a good thing to remember for me. So I want let me pull up my story. Where's my Firefox? Let me make sure we can. Make sure that we're not having too much overlap. Okay. So last time, I've got my vodka ginger ale here as well. So we were reading some Arabic folktales, particularly 1001 Arabian Nights. And we were keeping track of how deep we went. So I definitely think some of the drinking rules should be deeper story. All right, let's do story inception. Anytime we go deeper. And we were let's see here. We read the first voyage of Sinbad the Sailor. So let's get the second one in here. See the fifth voyage. Let me Control F for Sinbad. Hello? The second voyage. We also had the Greek King and the Physician. That was the one that we finished like right at the end. And so what the Vizier said to King Sinbad. So oh geez, there might be more than one Vizier. I don't think it's that one. The perfidious Vizier could be. Okay, we don't seem to have that, but let's have the perfidious vizier ready. Oh, maybe that's... No. It would be cool if there was like just like a full path, but alas. Okay, well, for now, we're gonna hop back into Sinbad's second voyage. We've got our drinks are ready to go. We've got our music turned down to an appropriate level. Alright, 14 minutes. Let's do this. I had resolved, as you know, on my return from my first voyage, to spend the rest of my days quietly in Baghdad. But very soon, I grew tired of such an idle life, and longed once more to find myself upon the sea. I procured, therefore, such goods as were suitable for the places I intended to visit, and embarked for the second time in a good ship with other merchants whom I knew to be honorable men. We went from island to island, often making excellent bargains, until one day we landed at a spot which, though covered with fruit trees and abounding in springs of excellent water. What is excellent water? Is it just clear water? Doesn't have any visible parasites in it. Appeared to possess neither houses nor people. I feel like the trees are a giveaway that this is not a whale. At least not a, although I guess a whale could have trees growing on it somehow. But this doesn't seem like they're setting themselves up for the thing that happened in literally the last story, which is they thought they had landed on an island, but really it was a whale. So if I fool me with a fake island once, shame on you. Wait. Fool me with a fake island once, shame on me. No. Fool me with... Okay. Fool me with a fake island once, shame on me. No. Fool me with a fake island once, shame on you. Fool me with a fake island twice, shame on me. There we go. Nailed it. Got it in one. Clip it and ship it. God damn it. While my companions wandered here and there, gathering flowers and fruit, I sat down in a shady place, and having heartily enjoyed the provisions and the wine I had brought with me, I fell asleep, lulled by the murmur of a clear brook which flowed close by. How long I slept, I know not, but when I opened my eyes and started to my feet, I perceived with horror that I was alone and the ship was gone. I rushed to and fro like one distracted. I feel like distracted is not... You're panicking. That's panicking. Uttering cries of despair, and when from the shore I saw the vessel under full sail just disappearing upon the horizon, I wished bitterly enough that I had been content to stay at home in safety. But since wishes could do me no good, I presently took courage and looked about me for a means of escape. When I had climbed a tall tree, I first of all directed my anxious glances toward the sea. But finding nothing helpful there, it's just the sea, I turned landward, and my curiosity was excited by a huge, dazzling white object, so far off that I could not make out what it might be. I feel like this is a setup for like... So they left without Sinbad again, which fine, that's bound to happen. He's not the captain, so I feel so it is possible that they just like forgot him or like didn't notice him. But the alternative possibility that something about this island means that there was like some sort of doppelganger living on it, or alternatively, the crew saw something that made them fear for their lives so much that they were like, forget Sinbad, we need to run for our lives. And with the white object that he's seeing, I'm now wondering if they were like, oh no, island's haunted, run. Descending from the tree, I hastily collected what remained of my provisions and set off as fast as I could go towards it. As I drew near, it seemed to me to be a white ball of immense size and height, and when I could touch it, I found it marvelously smooth and soft. I was not ready for like alien technology or like magic shit to be a part of Sinbad stuff. As it was impossible to climb, for it presented no foothold, I walked round about it, seeking some opening, but there was none. I counted, however, that it was at least 50 paces round. By this time, the sun was near setting, but quite suddenly it fell dark. Something like a huge black cloud came swiftly over me, and I saw with amazement that it was a bird of extraordinary size which was hovering near. Then I remembered that I had often heard the sailors speak of a wonderful bird called a roc, and it occurred to me, oh, I wonder if that's where this is from, or maybe it's just from old bestiaries. They have rocks in D&D. And it occurred to me that the white object which had so puzzled me must be its egg. And it's possible that the group saw this big fucking bird and was like, nope, we're leaving. Sure enough, the bird settled down slowly upon it, covering it with its wings to keep it warm. And I cowered so close beside the egg, in such a position that one of the bird's feet, which was as large as the trunk of a tree, was just in front of me. Taking off my turban, I bound myself securely to it with the linen in the hope that the roc, when it took flight next morning, would bear me away with it from the desolate island. Damn, okay, so it's like morning and he woke up and went on this adventure. It's at the very most like noon, or like afternoon the next day. I don't think he's had anything to eat. I feel like I would want to like I guess he doesn't want the bird to see him. But that would suck to be like, well, in like 13 hours, this bird is gonna take off again, and I'm tied to it. I get antsy if I'm in an airplane and it's like 15 minutes after we're supposed to like take off. And this is precisely what did happen. As soon as the dawn appeared, the bird rose into the air, carrying me up and up till I could no longer see the earth. And then suddenly, it descended so swiftly that I almost lost consciousness. When I became aware that the roc had settled, and that I was once again upon solid ground, I hastily unbound my turban from its foot and freed myself. and that not a moment too soon, for the bird, pouncing upon a huge snake, killed it with a few blows from its powerful beak, and seizing it up, rose into the air once more, and soon disappeared from my view. When I had looked about me, I began to doubt if I had gained anything by quitting the desolate island. Yeah, I like this as, this is like, the, like, island version of, going and doing, like, black hole roulette in No Man's Sky. You're just, like, randomly bring me somewhere. I don't know if it'll be any closer to where I want to be, but it's not here. The valley in which I found myself was deep and narrow, and surrounded by mountains which towered into the clouds, and were so steep and rocky that there was no way of climbing up their sides. As I wandered about, seeking anxiously for some other means of escaping from this trap. Also, the only thing you know about this island is that giant snakes live on it. Or, I don't know if it's an island. The only thing you know about where you are right now is giant snakes live here. And sometimes giant birds hunt here. I observed that the ground was strewed with diamonds, some of them of an astonishing size. This sight gave me great pleasure, but my delight was speedily damped when I saw also numbers of horrible snakes so long and so large that the smallest of them could have swallowed an elephant with ease. Well, yeah, there we go. That's... that really, Fortunately for me, they seemed to hide in caverns of the rocks by the day, and only came out by night, probably because of their enemy, the rock. What was that one snake doing now? Also, the rock isn't there. Maybe there's more than one rock. You like... The snakes have got to eat something, too. What do they eat? Didn't lower my drink. All day long, I wandered up and down the valley, and when it grew dusk, I crept into a little cave, and having blocked up the entrance to it with a stone, I ate part of my little store of food and lay down to sleep. But all through the night, the serpents crawled to and fro, hissing horribly, so that I could scarce close my eyes for terror. I was thankful when the morning light appeared, and when I judged by the silence that the serpents had retreated to their dens. I came trembling out of my cave, and wandered up and down the valley once more, kicking the diamonds contemptuously out of my path. For I felt that they were indeed vain things to a man in my situation. At last, overcome with weariness, I sat down upon a rock, but I had hardly closed my eyes when I was startled by something which fell to the ground with a thud close beside me. It was a huge piece of fresh meat. Did the rock drop a snake piece? And as I stared at it, several more pieces rolled over the cliffs in different places. I had always thought that the stories of the sailors told of the famous Valley of Diamonds, and of the cunning way in which some merchants had devised for getting at the precious stones, were mere travelers' tales, invented to give pleasure to hearers, but now I perceived that they were surely true. These merchants came to the valley at the time when the eagles, which keep their eyries in the rocks, had hatched their young. The merchants then threw great lumps of meat into the valley. These, falling with so much force upon the diamonds, were sure to take up some of the precious stones with them. When the eagles pounced upon the meat and carried it off to their nests to feed their hungry broods, then the merchants, scaring away the parent birds with shouts and outcries, would secure their treasures. Wow. Okay. That's weirdly convoluted. I feel like... I guess they're just regular eagles. I feel like regular eagles would, like, fight you if you tried to scare them away from their nest, but whatever. It's probably better than giant snakes. Although, it seems like Oh, a casual oh, but they can't get out once they get inside. Until this moment, I had looked upon the valley as my grave, for I had seen no possibility of getting out of it alive. But now I took courage and began to devise a means of escape. I began picking up all the largest diamonds I could find and storing them carefully in the leather wallet which had held my provisions. I feel like that might be an archaic usage of the word wallet, unless his provisions were like seaweed. This I tied securely to my belt. I then chose the piece of meat which seemed most suited to my purpose, and with the aid of my turban, bound it firmly to my back. This is the, I'm really enjoying the like multiple uses for the turban. This is the like Arabian Nights version of Hitchhiker's Guide, always travel with a towel. This done, I laid down upon my face and awaited the coming of the eagles. Oh no. I soon heard the flapping of their mighty wings above me, and had the satisfaction of feeling one of them seize upon my piece of meat, and me with it. Oh, so this must have been like a giant piece of meat. Wait, are these rocks after all? Are they? Well, it's got to be able to carry him. So maybe they change the. I'm taking a drink for that because I think they typoed. And me with it, and rise slowly towards his nest, into which he presently dropped me. Luckily for me, the merchants were on the watch, and setting up their usual outcries, they rushed to the nets, scaring away the eagle. Their amazement was great when they discovered me, and also their disappointment, and with one accord they fell to abusing me for having robbed them of their usual profit. Addressing myself to the one who seemed most aggrieved, I said, I am sure if you knew all that I have suffered, you would show more kindness towards me. As for diamonds, I have enough here of the very best of you, and I have enough here of the very best for you and me and all your company. So saying, I showed them to him. The others all crowded round me, wondering at my adventures, admiring the device by which I had escaped from the valley. And when they had led me to their camp and examined my diamonds, they assured me that in all the years that they had carried on their trade, they had seen no stones to be compared with them for size and beauty. I guess that's there's no substitute for having a human down there to like pick out a shit ton of diamonds, rather than just like throwing slabs of meat down and hoping it sticks. I found that each merchant chose a particular nest and took his chance of what he might find in it. What do they choose it forever? Like, do you buy the nest space, or is it like on that day? Is it like a gambling thing where you're like, my bets are on this nest? And took his chance of what he might find in it. So I begged the one who owned the nest to which I had been carried to take as much as he would of my treasure. But he contented himself with one stone, and that by no means the largest, assuring me that with such a gem his fortune was made, and he need toil no more. I stayed with him. That is like a fantastic attitude for a merchant to have. I feel like people that have like tried very hard to make their living are like invariably the people that have ideas like that. It's like, actually, I don't have to risk my life and this eagle and like giant snake land if I take this diamond, and like that's all I need to be happy. I stayed with the merchants several days, and then as they were journeying homewards, I gladly accompanied them. Our way lay across the high mountains, our way lay across high mountains, infested with frightful serpents. Man, there's a lot of snakes here. This is where St. Patrick made all the snakes go when he made them go out of Ireland. But we had the good luck to escape them, and came at last to the seashore. Thence we sailed to the islet of Rohat, where the camphor trees grow to such a size that 100 men could shelter under one of them with ease. Camphor is a good smell. I have no idea if the trees make that smell, but I assume there's at least some of it in like a fresh sense and not concentrated like it is in like tiger balm or something. The sap flows from an incision made high up in the tree into a vessel hung there to receive it, and soon hardens into the substance called camphor. Oh, I see. But the tree itself withers up and dies when it has been so treated. Oh, that sucks. Isn't there a way to tap them without endangering them? In this same island, we saw the rhinoceros, an animal which is smaller than the elephant and larger than the buffalo, and has one horn about a cubit long. Oh, now we know what a cubit is. Which is like... I think my estimate of about a yard seems accurate. Maybe a little less than a yard. Which is solid, but has a furrow from the base to the tip. Upon it is traced in white lines the figure of a man. The rhinoceros fights with the elephant, and transfixing him with his horn, carries him off upon his head. But becoming blinded with the blood of his enemy, he falls helpless to the ground. Is it... I feel like he's describing a very specific thing that he saw rather than just describing the general behavior of rhinoceros. That's weird. And then comes the rock and clutches them both up in his talons and takes them to feed his young. Okay, so the rock is like what we would expect for a rock. It's like an absolutely gargantuan bird, whereas like the eagles that he saw were just like giant eagles, so size large. This doubtless astonishes you, but if you do not believe my tale, go to Rohat and see for yourself. For fear of wearying you, I pass over in silence many other wonderful things which we saw in this island. That is a very... I feel like authors forgot how to do that for a period of time. Before we left, I exchanged one of my diamonds for much goodly merchandise, by which I profited greatly on our homeward way. At last we reached Balsora, whence I hastened to Baghdad, where my first action was to bestow large sums of money upon the poor, after which I settled down to enjoy tranquilly the riches I had gained with so much toil and pain. I like how, the first time when he got stranded, he was like, oh, I almost lost all my goods, and like stuff I was gonna sell. And then the second time, he definitely lost all of his shit. But he gained back more because he happened to get stranded in a rock accessible place that that brought him to Diamond Land. Um, Having thus related the adventures of his second voyage, Sinbad again bestowed 100 sequins upon Hindbad, inviting him to come again on the following day and hear how he fared upon his third voyage. The other guests also departed to their homes, but all returned at the same hour next day, including the porter, whose former life of hard work and poverty had already begun to seem to him like a bad dream. Again, after the feast was over, did Sinbad claim the attention of his guests and began the account of his third voyage. Lovely. Alright, next we've got the perfidious vizier. This may or may not be what was alluded to in a previous story, but we will see. Oh, I'm also realizing that my control F is still visible there. Not a lot of tropes in that episode. Regardless though, my drink is starting to get empty. So I'm going to break for just a little bit as I refill. I'm gonna be right back in a bit. As I was messing about with my settings, I found out that the BRB screen does not seem to have did not seem to have music on it, which I profoundly apologize for. I had no idea that was the case, but I have corrected this, and you should still be able to listen to music while we are on BRB now. I again apologize for this oversight. It's been technically it's been like a year and a half since I started streaming, but it's only been a few months since I started doing it regularly, so blame it on that. But yeah, we'll be right back. Back. Sorry, there was a fake. This is a. confused. Dang. Let's pull up here. All right, got my drink. Excuse me. All right, let's try that one more time. Cheers, Chad. All right. The perfidious vizier. A king of former times had an only son, whom he contracted in marriage to the daughter of another king. But the damsel, who was endowed with great beauty, it's weird to not call her a princess, but whatever, had a cousin who had sought her in marriage, unfortunate, and had been rejected. Based. Wherefore, he sent great presents to the vizier of the king just mentioned, requesting him to employ some stratagem by which to destroy his master's son. Everyone's got their price, I expect. I suppose. Or induce him to relinquish the damsel. Man, some people can't just search outside the family, huh? The vizier consented. That it didn't take much. I would love a description of these gifts. They must have been some nice ass gifts. Then the father of the damsel sent to the king's son, inviting him to come and introduce himself to his daughter, to take her as his wife. And the father of the young man sent him with the treacherous vizier, attended by 1,000 horsemen, and provided with rich presents. When they were proceeding over the desert, the vizier remembered that there was near unto them a spring of water called Azara, and that whosoever drank of it, if he were a man, became a woman. He therefore ordered the troops to alight near it, and induced the prince to go towards it with him. When they arrived at the spring, this is some Ranma 1/2 shit. When they arrived at the spring, the king's son dismounted from his courser, and washed his hands, and drank. And lo, he became a woman. Whereupon he cried out and wept until he fainted. The vizier asked him what had befallen him. So the young man informed him, and on hearing his words, the vizier affected to be grieved for him, and wept. I'm so sorry you've suddenly become a lower social standing. You're a princess, not a king, or not a prince. So the man informed him, and the king's son then sent the vizier back to his father to inform him of this event, determining not to proceed nor return until his affliction should be removed from him, or until he should die. Well, he has to find the spring that turns you into a man. That's basic Ranma lore. Removed from him, or until he should die. He remained by the fountain during a period of 3 days and nights, neither eating nor drinking, and on the 4th night there came to him a horseman with a crown upon his head, appearing like one of the sons of the kings. The horseman said to him, "Who brought you, O young man, unto this place?" So the young man told him his story, and when the horseman heard it, he pitied him, and said to him, "The vizier of thy father is the person who hath thrown thee into this calamity, for no one of mankind knoweth of this spring except one man." That's convenient. Then the horseman ordered him to mount with him. Therefore he mounted, and the horseman said to him, "Come with me to my abode, for thou art my guest this night." The young man replied, "Inform me who thou art before I go with thee." And the horseman said, "I am the son of a king of the Jinn, and thou art the son of a king of mankind. And now, be of good heart and cheerful eye, on account of that which shall dispel thine anxiety and thy grief, for it is unto me easy." Okay, so the prince who's been transfigured into a woman has been approached by a prince of Jinn, which is cool. And he's just like roving around looking for adventure, and is like, "Come with me, it'll be chill." And doesn't I mean, he's magic, so like maybe the Jinn can cure him, because he is definitely it is curious that like only one person knows this spring exists. So the young man proceeded with him from the commencement of the day, forsaking his troops and soldiers, whom the vizier had left at their halting place. So they're just like chilling by the spring. They're like, "Hey, we're not supposed to drink this spring." They should just all drink it, and then everyone can become women. It's fine. And cease not to travel on with his conductor until midnight, when the son of the king of the Jinn said to him, "Knowest thou what space we have traversed during this period?" The young man answered him, "I know not." The son of the king of the Jinn. Wow, man, why can't they just call him a Jinn prince? "We have traversed a space of a year's journey to him who travels with diligence." Well, that could mean anything. Diligence could mean you're like counting. I assume he means like traveling like normally, so he means that they travel like ultra fast. So the young man wondered thereat and asked, "How shall I return to my family?" The other answered, "This is not your affair, it is my affair. And when thou shalt have recovered from thy misfortune, thou shalt return to thy family in less time than the twinkling of an eye, for to accomplish that will be to me easy." The young man, on hearing these words from the genie, the genie, almost flew with excessive delight. Yeah, the like different forms of the genie are interesting, because I feel like it differs from translation to translation. It doesn't help that this is from like the 1916, I think this was. He thought that the event was a result of confused dreams, and said, "Extolled be the perfection of him who is able to restore the wretched and render him prosperous." They ceased not to proceed until morning, when they arrived at the verdant, bright land with tall trees and warbling birds and gardens of surpassing beauty and fair places. And thereupon the son of the king of the Jinn alighted from his courser, commanding the young man also to dismount. He therefore dismounted, and the genie took him by the hand. And they entered one of the palaces, where the young man beheld an exalted king and a sultan of great dignity. And he remained with them that day, eating and drinking, until the approach of night. Then the son of the king of the Jinn arose and mounted with him, and they went forth, and proceeded during the night with diligence until the morning. Maybe diligence means like not resting. And lo, they came to a black land, not inhabited, abounding with black rocks and stones, as though it were a part of hell. Whereupon the son of the king of men said to the genie, "What is the name of this land?" And he answered, "It is called the Dusky Land, and belongeth to one of the kings of the Jinn, whose name is Zul-Jinahan. None of the kings can attack him, nor doth anyone enter his territory, unless by his permission. So stop in thy place while I ask his permission." Accordingly, the young man stopped, and the jinn was absent from him for a while, and then returned to him. And they ceased not to proceed until they came to a spring flowing from black mountains. I feel like cease not to proceed does not mean what they think it means. Maybe they didn't venture in the direction they were going. They went like laterally, or were just sort of like milling around. The genie said to the young man, "Alight." He therefore alighted from his courser, and the genie said to him, "Drink of this spring." The young prince drank of it, and immediately became again a man. They found the man spring. It's in Genie Land. As he was at first, by the power of God, whose name be exalted. That's just that, since this is originally in Arabic, that's not like a weird phrase to just pop in there. That is like, that's like a common turn of phrase. That's just like a thing that people often say when like something sort of like miraculous or like good fortune that's unexpected happens. Whereas he rejoiced with great joy, not to be exceeded. And he said to the jinn, "O my brother, what is the name of this spring?" The genie answered, "It is called the Spring of the Women. No woman drinketh of it. No woman drinketh of it, but she becometh a man." I think that means if a woman drinks it, she becomes a man. What happens if you're non-binary? You become binary. Or no, maybe there's a different spring for that. No, oh yeah, no, you just don't change because you're not it only affects, it's excluded all other genders. There's probably there's a spring for every gender. All 69 of them, and counting. No woman drinketh of it, but she become a man. Therefore, praise God, and thank him for thy restoration, and mount thy courser. So the king's son prostrated himself, thanking God, whose name be exalted. Then he mounted, and they journeyed with diligence during the rest of the day, until they had returned to the land of the genie. And the young man passed the night in his abode, in the most comfortable manner, after which they ate and drank until the next night. When the son of the king of the jinn said to him, "Dost thou desire to return to thy family this night?" The young man answered, "Yes." So the son of the king of the jinn called one of his father's slaves, whose name was Rajiz, and said to him, "Take this man hence, and carry him upon thy shoulders, and let not the dawn overtake him before he is with his father-in-law and his wife." Maybe this man is very fast. The enslaved man replied, "I hear and obey, and with feelings of love and honor I will do it." Then the enslaved man absented himself for a while, and approached in the form of an ifrit. Okay, that explains. another type of genie. These are all just elementals hanging out together and enslaving each other and doing magic and weirdly deciding to help a human prince for no reason. I'm sure they won't ask for anything in return. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe just like owing a favor. Because you never. They called him the son of the king of men, which makes me think that this isn't just like a king. This is like a big emperor that is like king of a lot of things. But regardless, and when the young man saw him, his reason fled, and he was stupefied. But the son of the king of the jinn said to him, "No, but why is this the part that you're like weirded out by?" I guess he's on fire, so he's like, it won't. And Ifrit carrying me will be dangerous. I feel like with all the magic shit that he's seen already, though. But the son of the king of the jinn said to him, "No harm shall befall thee. Mount thy corsair, ascend upon his shoulders." I feel like don't call him a horse. The young man then mounted upon the enslaved man's shoulders, and the son of the king of the jinn said to him, "Close thine eyes." So he closed his eyes, and the enslaved Ifrit flew with him between heaven and earth, and ceased not to fly along with him, while the young man was unconscious. And the last third of the night came not before he was on top of the palace of his father-in-law. Then the Ifrit said to him, well, yeah, why not call him that in the first place? Alight. He therefore alighted. And the Ifrit said to him, "Open thine eyes." Oh man, that would be difficult to descend from an Ifrit's shoulders without opening your eyes. For this is the palace of thy father-in-law and his daughter. Then he left him and departed. As soon as the day shone and the alarm of the young man subsided, he descended from the roof of the palace. And when his father-in-law beheld him, he rose to him and met him, wondering at seeing him descend from the top of the palace. And he said to him, "We see no other men come through the doors, but thou comest down from the sky." The young man replied, "What God, whose perfection be extolled and whose name be exalted, desired hath happened." And when the sun rose, his father-in-law ordered his vizier to prepare great banquets, and the wedding was celebrated. The young man remained there 2 months, and then departed with his wife to the city of his father. But as to the cousin of the damsel, he perished by reason of his jealousy and envy. He just immediately vaporized himself with all of the jealous feelings he was having. All of the magic in that, there is some casual magic in that. I'll drink for the, I feel like the Ifrit just sort of like doing stuff. It's explicitly a magic creature though, so maybe not. That was a good one. I like that. They were, the difference in quality from a lot of the other regional stories, and oh, that one wasn't even an Arabian Nights story. That was folklore and legends. Oriental, which in the time that this would have been written, is referencing the fact that they just mean like Eastern. Because if you didn't know this already, here's a fun fact. They said the term Oriental comes from the fact that maps used to have east as up, and because you could orient yourself based on where the sun was rising. So that was sort of how everything was pointed towards. A lot of old maps of like ancient Eurasia had that. So when they talk about the Orient, they meant the East. It has sort of become used to like inaccurately refer to people's ethnicity in like recent times, and by recent I mean like in the past 100 years. So it's not really a PC term, but I think keeping the context of it is still helpful. But yeah, so oh yeah, I was looking for the what the vizier said to Sinbad. Maybe if we keep reading these, we will find it eventually. I'm noticing the 40 Thieves is here. I'm very peripherally aware of that one. But yeah, overall, these ones are quite excellent. I'm very excited with the Arabic folktales. So let's scoot on over to drawing. I'm gonna get it set up, and then I'm gonna take a quick little break just to get situated for everything. Let me scoot on over to drawing. Oh, hold on. What the hell? It took long enough. Oh, now it doesn't work here. What the hell? Okay. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. Whatever. Everything seems like it's in good working order now, he said begrudgingly. Alright. Take a quick break, get situated, and we can start some drawing. Welcome back. Man, Witch from Mercury was such a cool anime. This song definitely contributed to like how emotional the second season was. I feel like the like story was stronger in the first season, but like a big part of the second season was like the payoff, which I quite liked. I need to pay attention to how oh yeah, you all probably haven't seen yet. So we're on panel 2. So obviously we saw this being sketched if you were here on Sunday evening. But we need Amber Cassidy's outfit shades. Okay, white earrings, dark gray hair. I think gray eyes. No, they're white. Okay. Oh, I need to fix. I feel like it took me a really long time to get her eyes, and I lost track of what looked normal. Okay, so she has the. At first I was thinking about just doing like no background for this one because it is kind of a close up of her. I think it'll be really easy to just do. I don't think they're that high. I think they're right here. Because it's literally just like I just need to get the lines of the windows right of this one building. I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. That was the panel edge. Oh, you know what? It's more like here. And then the second one is not... It's much lower. So we're just not gonna have it in there. Hello? Oh, I did delete outside selection. Wow. Oh, and I need to make the like vertical part of the windows. Yeah, I'm gonna make a border for this. So I've been through too many editing cycles where I was just like, well, I've got to clean up stuff that I accidentally got in the gutter again. Inevitably miss something when I post it the first time. I think just being more careful when we originally draw is the best way to avoid that. That was a pretty easy background. Oh man, I'm so used to getting to the right side and being like, alright, I'm around halfway done. But we just finished panel 2 out of 4. This is the one that I wanted to, I want to try and include more of Flate and John's faces. No, that's 2. He's got this like one bit of hair that falls down. I really like how I did Dwight's hair in the first, because it was like big and gonna turn Spotify up a little bit. You know, I wonder if I can choose the outputs for doing like per application output is not a common thing. Look like suddenly for gore. Oh dear. I seem to have not included any references for John. I have to like sketch of her that I drew. I don't know if I scanned that ever. What if I ran away tomorrow? Would you find me in the stars? Kiss me in the end if I run out of oxygen. Run away to Mars. basics to it. boom. I wonder what the guitar part like for this song is. Just, yeah. A lot of finger picking. A lot of variation from verse to verse. The bass part is pretty. You should see. He doesn't have an iPhone one like that. He's got like a cheap things. For the exploration, dude. I can look at the Christmas. You know for sure all the bits I've done in my time. Sunshine like the torches as my hand fell in the basket, and we saw everybody dancing on the casket. Now it's over, I'm dead, and I haven't done anything that I want. Oh, I'm still alive, and there's nothing I wanna do. Say the word procrastinate again. I'll never see myself in the mirror with my eyes closed. Apologize when I was 8, I made my own brother. Procession with the torches as my hand fell in the basket, and everybody dancing on the casket. Whatever I'm dead and I haven't done anything that I want. Oh, I'm still alive and there's nothing I wanna do. They're on the wall at the store. Coco's music, you know, the shit before the explosion, dude. Basket, and there's everybody dancing on the casket. Oh, it's over, I'm dead, and I haven't done anything that I want. Oh, I'm still alive, and there's nothing I wanna do. Oh, I'm still alive, and there's nothing I wanna do. Super Loser. Now that's a band name. How's it going? Good to see you. Was that supposed to be Sup Loser? That oh, what's that Bene song? Super Lonely. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. It would, wouldn't it? I feel like it's like a like shoegaze kind of situation, or like maybe like a ska. What is Ludo? Ludo, like post-punk, not quite emo, but like yeah, somewhere in there, somewhere in that zone. Super Loser. But yeah, good to see you. Welcome in. Emo / pop punk. Yeah, that feels right. I can like picture their like ripped skinny jeans and like ratty Converse. Like, yeah, I feel that was right around the time when genres stopped meaning anything. Thank you. It's good to see you in chat. Well, yeah, welcome in. I have all of my shit working today, which I'm very excited about. My dual stream to YouTube is not on fire currently, which is lovely. I have my audio split, and things on Twitch. Okay, so yeah, you should be currently hearing my royalty-free music for YouTube. But I still believe you can get my, like, here, let me send my...
Hello there.
Beautiful. So you can still see sound alerts and stuff like that, because it's just part of the stream. But yeah, welcome in. It is an absolute delight to have you visit on this wonderful Wednesday evening. We're a little bit later than normal today. Sometimes I do Wednesdays during the day, but as a consummate degen, I have absolutely no issues doing a late night stream. So yeah, we're vibing. We're doing some comics. This is a preview of chapter 4, page 5. As we're inking it, I'm drawing these lovely, delightful characters' faces. Which I'm actually pretty happy with. I was sort of struggling with fitting them in the panel on Sunday when I was doing the sketch, but I'm happy with how they turned out. How have you been? What have you been up to? Yeah, it feels right. I feel like a lot of folks, especially in Chicago, are like very much just like, I'm just getting through it. I'm just working, surviving. I'm currently planning to go to C2E2. I need to like decide what day I'm going, but if you're planning on being there, I can definitely coordinate something. I will not be tabling there. Or I would have posted, hey, like, you all need to go to C2E2 now. But I will be there as an attendee. But yeah. Then after that, I'm planning on going to ASEN again. We've been doing the drawing circle. And we've established a decent social media presence for the drawing circle as well, where we originally just had it on DeviantArt. This was back in like 2008, and then we started a Tumblr. I tried last year to set up an Instagram, but Instagram did not like the name Con Artists, which I thought was very clever. But we now have it's Chicago Convention Artists on Instagram, but on a bunch of other stuff it's Chicago Con Artists. So, but yeah, I'll be rolling up. I think there's some cool folks at C2E2 this year. I've been seeing some various posts about I think the cast from Baldur's Gate is scheduled to be there. Elijah Wood. That's exciting. Saturday. Oh shit. Oh, that'll be cool. Are you interested in saying who from? Wait, this sounds familiar. I think you might have. Are you gonna be Keropi, the like frog girl? Is that am I remembering that right? Or I might be thinking of someone else. Who are you? If you can also keep it a secret until the day of. No, okay. I think I'm thinking of someone else. A Deku cosplay could be really cool. That's really exciting. I haven't done like a legitimate costume since I did Steven Universe that one day. Gravity. Oh, is that the one in the spacesuit with the like black hole? I think. Now that's a good drunken like guessing game or like memory game. Is like, remember this My Hero character. Yeah, okay, that's fucking awesome. I love that idea so much. I like how if I just Google gravity, I just get what is gravity. But I would, you know what I would love to see? I would love to see someone do what's his name? King Orca? Or the like Orca guy. Gang Orca. That would be sick. But yeah, I'm excited to see that. That's like a very cool idea. Floats. I mean, Sealman. Oh yeah, that'd be a good couple cosplay. But yeah, I was pretty happy with my Steven Universe costume. That was when, like, right when I had like just started learning ukulele. So I like brought it with me to ASEN. And I was very happy at the time because the Steven Universe movie had just come out, and in that he graduates from just like a like reddish pinkish t-shirt with a star on it to like a blue shirt with like a pink Letterman jacket, and I was like, oh, thank God, because like ASUN is always inevitably kind of cold, so having something a little bit nicer than a t-shirt is usually helpful. This year it might not be. We might actually get like a normal spring this year for convention season. Nice, yeah. Ooh, I'll probably make an announcement about this when it gets closer. I got accepted to submit a like spooky story to like a spooky mini comic to a collection that's gonna come out in October, and I'm pretty excited about that. It's called Hallowzine. So I'm gonna make like a 5-page like Halloween / spooky story. Thank you. I wonder if people with horns in this universe have them like altered if they're like not magic. They're probably just like eyes and ears and stuff, not like perfectly symmetrical regardless. So I shouldn't worry too much. I'm trying to remember before Steven Universe, the last time I really got into a costume was probably when a group of us from college did Naruto. I'm trying to think of what I would do. What have I seen recently? I've been enjoying. It's cool, yeah. I did. I was Iruka. So I had like the scar across here, and then we all had the like. We got the high quality Honoka Village headbands, the ones that were actual metal. But also ended up being like really heavy if you wore them for an entire day. And yeah, other than that, I feel like my Ren Fair costume is the most recent thing that I've like really put effort into. I've been enjoying Dungeon Meshi a lot. Doing a cosplay from that would be really fun. We've also been watching Dr. Stone a lot, but I don't know if none of the outfits from Dr. Stone speak to me in a way that I would enjoy. Warboy from Mad Max. Ooh, I think I saw pictures of that. It was really creepy in a good way. Did you have the like chrome spray? Haven't seen Dr. Stone. It's our, so we've been doing there's a couple of friends that get together for like an anime night, and it's not always the easiest thing to schedule, so it's a good show, Dr. Stone, that we can like not be too pressed about whether we like stay super up to date on it. bunch of estimates. Yeah, that's fucking cool. I remember seeing that. But yeah, if you I think my favorite thing about Dr. Stone is the stuff that they do is often very hard sci-fi. Like it's very sort of realistic as to what someone could do in a sort of like post-apocalyptic scenario, um which is rare in like anime. um, for like science to be real. They make some like leaps in order to like make it interesting, but it's far more hard sci-fi than like the vast majority of anime. And it's some of the stuff is kind of goofy in a fun way, so it seems like it breaks the like traditional shonen vibe quite a lot. Yeah, I've been liking Dungeon Meshi a lot. I feel like there's a lot of good opportunities for that cosplay wise. The premise of it is that I don't know if you've seen it, but or if you know it, but the entire world is like petrified, and like all of the humans in the world get turned into stone, and the rest of the world goes on, and thousands of years pass, and like the world is sort of overtaken by, you know, just shifts in the natural progression of things, and through like a series of coincidences, the guy that like wakes up first is this like super genius high school student that kept perfect count of the seconds, and like knows exactly how long it's been since he got petrified, because everyone was like conscious the whole time, which they don't really explore. Most people sort of like were conscious for a lot of it, but like lost consciousness because it was just too long. But he uses the power of science to figure out how to de-petrify people, and he and like another class, like a series of classmates, start like finding people and de-petrifying them, and like trying to figure out how to live in the new stone world that they live in. And there's a lot of like step by step, like here's how we make electricity, or like here's how we end up making penicillin for the like villagers that we found. So yeah, that's probably the coolest part of the series. It I'd say in season 3, which is the furthest season that I've seen, it starts becoming more and more like traditional anime. And then yeah, some of the Dungeon Meshi costumes that I've seen recently have been like the monsters. There's like a chimera, like griffin type creature that features prominently in the series, that is like a 2-person costume, or will have like complicated armatures with like people moving the back legs. Um, and it's always really exciting to see. There's a lot of just like traditional fantasy stuff in it that I think would be a lot of fun to do. Is there any celebrities or panels at C2E2 that you're particularly excited about? Haven't looked at. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I've just seen promotional materials for like specific people that will be there. I I generally like seeing stuff by the voice actors from Baldur's Gate 3. But Patton Oswalt comedy show, that sounds great. The last Patton Oswalt thing I saw was a penguin documentary. I forget what the name of it is, but it was on Netflix. I quite liked it. Yeah, I like the interviews with them and stuff. Quite delightful. Yeah, it was cute. It as a nature documentary, it does get kind of sad at points, but overall, it is very engaging and pleasing. It's about these like penguins that come to a coastal town in South Africa and like stay there basically for the whole summer to like have their like eggs, and by the fall it's getting they like grow up. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping in. It was awesome to see you and chat for a little bit. Have a fantastic night. I'll see you later. Let me move over to YouTube. I'm sure hand pink waving looks quite cool. Yeah. Bye. We'll use our own Twitch emotes here. We're gonna do... I want to make sure I can fill the outlines of this later, so there will be some overlap. Oh wait, I forgot. Her left arm is doing something specific. I drew these fingers as kind of flat the first time. I think I need to fix their volume a bit. I also made them kind of weirdly wide. I need to make them look 3D without being sausage fingers. Sausage fingers is the non-vegetarian brother of salad fingers, of course. Okay. This it's all fun and games making a giant ass collar until you need to draw them raising their arm. Okay, and she has like one curly bit. Alright. Before we draw the background, let me do the text. The speech text, specifically. You might have seen me doing this earlier. The rule for like spacing speech bubbles is that you can fit a capital H in the corners of it. So I'm just trying to space out how that fits here. I think the same reason that I'm like gonna use the existing font for a bit. I think it's probably for the best until I get in the habit of making my speech bubbles look better. I think that's probably the weakest part of the comic, is the speech bubbles. I still feel very strongly about having a handwriting look to them. But I need to improve as a letterer to make that look good. So this is how I am going to do that. At some point I'm going to use I'm going to make guides to fit, this is 16-point font, and then I'm just going to, I think just repetition will help a lot, so writing lines. I think I drew the H too far out for that. Beautiful. There, that's all I gotta do. I need to appreciate a speech bubble that has like a shit ton of space around the letters. I think I've gotten too used to sticking it like I don't shrink wrap them. I've seen people do that before and it looks terrible. But doing like a tight squeeze. This song is so cool. I need to practice it more. It's very difficult and it's in a weird tuning. It's not that weird. It's E flat drop D, which a lot of songs are in. Like especially a lot of like punk songs. Organizer is one of those words that looks weirder the longer you look at it, and you're like, surely that's not a word. I'm double checking it with my spell check. How dare you flashbang me, adblock, brag about. I only have adblock because they got rid of support for uBlock Origin on Chrome, and I only use Chrome because my Twitch was breaking on Firefox, and that's, I mean, part of that is because I have a lot of script blockers, and it's difficult to tell. It's difficult to tell what is functional versus what is something that's necessary for it to work. When is this? Or sorry, what is functional versus what is just bullshit tracking JS stuff. This and this. Oh, I forgot to do the details on Umber's inner part. Oh, that should be border. Fuck. Oops. I immediately started filling that with the wrong color. One of those should get it. How did I miss this earlier? That's funny. Hello? Let's try that once more. It's possible I clicked the deselect button. Oh, I forgot her earrings. Should be 1 pixel. Oh, they're not that big. Hold on. Mystery. Is this 4? Yeah. Be that big. That was when I was doing shading for the much larger image over here. me just go off the other way that I can deal with this is using selection tools and tactical deletes. Oh. I was assuming this was Jukebox the Ghost, but this is Moscow by Auto Heart. That's cool. Let me add that. I like this. This on the right. Well, I'm glad I found out that this is the case. This is not the first time I've done that. Okay, gotta make sure this is definitely on 3. And paste. There we go. Lovely. Now, back on the border. Snag this and drop it in 4 folder before I forget. Or like a subtle shade situation. Let me light up a bit. Okay. Yeah, I really like how that looks. Cool. All right. Good progress today. That is 3 panels out of 4 total for this week. So very good progress. I'm continuing to be pleasantly surprised and pleased with my with my workflow. But yeah, I am gonna be back on Friday during the day. We're gonna shoot for noon again, so it'll be our usual time then. But I do have kind of an early morning tomorrow, which is why this stream isn't longer. I feel like if we really went for it with the record that we've done before, I could probably finish the 4th panel. The 4th panel has a lot of characters in it, so maybe not. But I think Friday will be more than enough to finish it. So look forward to that. I can't think of any other announcements other than Friday stream. If we finish with enough time, I'm probably gonna fuck around in Minecraft a bit more. I figured out how to do I like the like OP permissions that I had were insufficient to like do the commands that I was trying to use. So I figured out how to up that. So we can see more of me just like prepping the world that I want to work in. And yeah, other than that, regular stream on Sunday night, if you don't make Friday. So have a fantastic rest of your evening if you have any of it left. Have a fantastic Thursday, which is tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. I know where I am. But yeah, have a fantastic one. Thank you so much, everyone that came in. Scarlyn, shout out. Fantastic to see you. I very much appreciate everyone that's watching the VODs, everyone that's lurking and coming through. We're just having some chill co-working vibes, and you're welcome to chill with us for however long you like. I'm absolutely chuffed to have my YouTube shit and my splitting shit working together. I'm fingers crossed that Twitch doesn't have any issues with the VOD on this one. The last time I thought I was good, the music I was using turned out to not be, despite what it said on the tin, not be DMCA free. So we will we'll see if this one works, and if not, we'll go back to the bank for some new music, but I think we have a working formula now, and I'm very happy to, and it feels right for what we're trying to do. So yeah, have a good one. Bye. Bye. Bye.